In an era where the future of scientific funding hangs in the balance, recent reflections on the history of federally funded scientific breakthroughs serve as a stark reminder of the profound impact that government investment has had on technological advancement. As the U.S. government contemplates deep cuts to research budgets, a report published by the New York Times highlights 9 transformative innovations that emerged from decades of public investment in science. These advancements not only reshaped industries but also underscored the importance of continued support for scientific exploration. Since World War II, the U.S. has allocated roughly $200 billion annually to research and development, a strategy rooted in the belief that basic science can lead to unforeseen applications that benefit society. Vannevar Bush, who outlined the framework for federal research support in his 1945 report to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, famously remarked, "Basic research is the pacemaker of technological progress." One can observe this ethos in the origins of Google, which thrived on a $4 million federal grant aimed at developing digital libraries, evolving into a $2 trillion powerhouse. Among the notable innovations outlined in the report is the Global Positioning System (GPS), which has become integral to modern navigation. Its inception traces back to the late 1950s, when researchers at Johns Hopkins University utilized signals from the Soviet satellite Sputnik to devise a method for pinpointing locations on Earth. This foundational work, backed by federal funding, ultimately led to the GPS we now rely on in cars, smartphones, and various other devices. The report also delves into groundbreaking biomedical advancements such as the development of GLP-1 receptor agonists, a class of medications for diabetes and obesity inspired by the venom of the Gila monster. Discovered in the 1980s at the National Institutes of Health. This research culminated in the approval of synthetic drugs that have transformed treatment regimens for millions of Americans. Quantum dots, another product of federal research, exemplify how basic science can yield commercial success. These minuscule semiconductor crystals, which have found applications in electronics, medical diagnostics, and even solar energy, emerged from federally funded investigations into nanotechnology. The Nobel Prize in Chemistry, awarded to 3 scientists in 2023, underscores the significance of this research, which has far-reaching implications across various sectors. Additionally, the report highlights the establishment of the first American Sign Language ASL dictionary, championed by William Stokey at Gallaudet University in the 1950s. Stokey's work, which received support from the National Science Foundation, played a crucial role in recognizing ASL as a legitimate language, thus enhancing educational opportunities for the deaf community. Federal investment has also yielded innovations in public health, such as the eradication of the New World screwworm via the sterile insect technique, a strategy that has been successfully employed worldwide. Furthermore, advancements in LASIK surgery, driven by an accidental discovery involving femtosecond lasers, have enabled millions to undergo vision correction procedures with greater safety and precision. As the Biden administration grapples with the implications of proposed budget cuts, experts warn that reducing investment in scientific research could stifle innovation and hinder progress. The scientific community has raised alarms over the potential consequences of such cuts, with critics arguing that they may undermine the very foundation of American competitiveness in technology and health. In conclusion, the historical context provided by these 9 scientific breakthroughs serves not only as a testament to the value of government funding in fostering innovation, but also as a clarion call for continued investment in scientific research. As policymakers consider the future of research funding, it is crucial to remember that the next great advancement may very well hinge on the support provided today. The ongoing dialogue about funding priorities will ultimately shape the landscape of American innovation for generations to come. In a significant advancement in the field of immunization, Moderna's new 2-in-1 vaccine targeting both COVID-19 and seasonal flu has shown promising results in a recent Phase 3 clinical trial. Dubbed mRNA 1083, the vaccine demonstrates a strong immune response, suggesting its potential as a dual defense against 2 of the most prevalent respiratory viruses. However, experts caution that the path to regulatory approval may be complicated, influenced by a mix of scientific and political factors. The trial data published in the Journal of the American Medical Association revealed that participants aged 50 and older who received the combination shot exhibited higher levels of antibodies compared to those who received separate vaccinations for flu and COVID-19. This is notable as higher antibody levels are generally indicative of better protection against infections. Dr. Peter Chin-Hong, an infectious disease specialist at the University of California, San Francisco, emphasized the convenience of a combination vaccine, particularly in light of declining vaccination rates in the U.S. He remarked, "A lot of times people are not excited about needles. I mean, who likes getting a shot?" The mRNA 1083 vaccine is built on the same messenger RNA technology that was successfully employed in Moderna's earlier COVID-19 vaccine. It combines Moderna's updated SARS-CoV-2 vaccine mRNA 1283 and a new flu vaccine mRNA 1010, both of which have shown to elicit robust immune responses in prior studies. The flu component targets multiple strains of influenza A and B viruses, aiming to enhance protection during flu season. Despite the encouraging immune response data, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration (FDA) has yet to grant full approval for mRNA 1083. Moderna initially sought approval in 2024 but was asked to provide additional data on efficacy against influenza. Now the company is targeting a potential approval date in 2026. Political dynamics surrounding mRNA technology, which has faced scrutiny since the COVID-19 pandemic, may also complicate the approval process. Dr. Chin-Hong noted the science is unmistakable. mRNA is very nimble, it is durable, it is effective in general. Yet he highlighted that historical criticisms of mRNA vaccines could pose barriers to acceptance. The trial data reveal that while the combination vaccine may lead to increased side effects such as fever and fatigue, these are generally mild and indicate an active immune response. Serious adverse events were scarce, aligning with findings from existing COVID-19 and flu vaccines. Dr. Robert Schooley, an infectious disease specialist, expressed confidence in the vaccine's safety profile, stating, "I don't see any red flags at this point." Looking ahead, the potential for mRNA 1083 to streamline immunization against two significant respiratory diseases is compelling, especially as the CDC currently recommends separate vaccinations for flu and COVID-19. The convenience of a single shot could encourage higher vaccination rates, particularly among those hesitant to receive multiple injections. However, the timeline for approval remains uncertain, and it will be crucial for Moderna to navigate both scientific assessment and public perception as it seeks to bring this innovative vaccine to market. As the world continues to grapple with the repercussions of COVID-19 and seasonal flu, the introduction of an effective combination vaccine could mark a pivotal shift in public health strategy. The development of mRNA 1083 represents not only a technological achievement but also a potential game-changer in the fight against these persistent viral threats. The coming months will be critical as stakeholders monitor the vaccine's progress towards approval and its eventual impact on vaccination practices. In a significant breakthrough that could revolutionize cancer treatment, researchers at the University of Chicago Medicine have developed a nanoparticle-based system designed to deliver chemotherapy directly to cancer cells while sparing healthy tissue. This innovative approach, detailed in a recent publication in Cell Reports Medicine, seeks to enhance the efficacy of anti-cancer drugs while reducing the toxic side effects often associated with conventional treatments. Traditionally, the challenge in treating cancer lies in the difficulty of distinguishing malignant cells from healthy ones, a nuance that allows tumors to evade detection by the immune system. As a result, clinicians are often forced to administer chemotherapy and immunotherapy at limited doses, thereby limiting their potential effectiveness. The new study aims to address this issue by leveraging the Warburg effect, a phenomenon where cancer cells metabolize glucose differently than normal cells. Specifically, cancer cells tend to convert glucose into lactate, leading to significantly higher concentrations of this metabolite in tumor environments. Some solid tumors can accumulate more than 40-fold higher lactate concentration than normal, explained Xiaoyang Wu, PhD. the senior author of the study and an associate professor at the Ben May Department of Cancer Research at U Chicago. This discovery allowed the research team to engineer a nanoparticle system that targets these lactate-rich environments, thus enhancing drug delivery to tumors. The nanoparticles used in this system are silica-based and equipped with a dual-function switch that is sensitive to lactate levels. When in a lactate-rich tumor environment, the nanoparticles release their drug payload while remaining intact in healthy tissues, thereby minimizing damage. In tests involving mouse models of cancer, the nanoparticle system demonstrated a tenfold increase in drug concentration at tumor sites compared to conventional injection methods, resulting in improved tumor growth inhibition and survival rates. The implications of this targeted delivery system extend beyond oncology. The same principles could potentially be applied to other diseases characterized by increased lactate levels, such as arthritis, where targeted anti-inflammatory drugs could reduce systemic immune suppression and associated risks. As the research moves toward clinical application, Wu and his team faced the challenge of scaling up production for human trials. They co-founded Alnair Therapeutics, an oncology startup focused on advancing this technology. In the lab, you only need a tiny batch. For clinical trials, though, we need a tenfold greater amount, Wu noted, emphasizing the need for efficient manufacturing processes. The study represents a significant step forward in cancer treatment, particularly as it utilizes existing biomarkers. Lactate levels can be quantified non-invasively through imaging techniques like MRI. This makes it easier to screen patients for clinical trials and predict their responses to treatment. Looking ahead, the research team is eager to explore further variations in cancer cell metabolism to develop new strategies for targeting tumors. Wu expressed his ambition to unravel more about the metabolic differences between cancerous and normal cells, which could inform not just drug delivery but broader therapeutic approaches. As this groundbreaking work progresses, it could pave the way for more effective cancer treatments with fewer side effects, offering hope to patients and clinicians alike in the ongoing battle against cancer. The future of targeted chemotherapy may be closer than ever, promising a new era of precision medicine tailored to the unique characteristics of individual tumors. In a significant stride towards revolutionizing scientific research, Microsoft has unveiled its new platform, Microsoft Discovery, during the Build 2025 conference. This innovative enterprise-grade artificial intelligence system is designed to enhance the research and development landscape by integrating what the company refers to as agentic AI into every phase of scientific inquiry. With the promise of accelerating innovation and experimentation, Microsoft Discovery aims to empower scientists and engineers to navigate complex scientific workflows with unprecedented efficiency. Unlike traditional AI tools that focus on isolated tasks, Microsoft Discovery employs a collaborative team-based model where specialized AI agents work together in real time. These agents, tailored for specific domains such as molecular simulation and literature review, are orchestrated by a central co-pilot assistant. This unique structure allows researchers to manage the entire research and development cycle without requiring extensive computational expertise. Our goal is to bring the power of AI to scientists and engineers to transform the entire discovery process. From advanced knowledge reasoning and hypothesis formulation to experimental simulation and iterative learning, stated Asim Datar, Microsoft's Vice President of Product Innovation. At the heart of Microsoft Discovery is its graph-based knowledge engine, which distinguishes it from standard large language models. By mapping intricate relationships between proprietary and external scientific data, the engine facilitates contextual reasoning, enabling researchers to navigate conflicting theories and diverse experimental results with transparency and traceability. Each AI-generated output is source-tracked, ensuring that researchers can trust the integrity of their findings. The platform is also equipped with enterprise-grade governance, compliance, and security controls, which are crucial for fostering responsible innovation. Additionally, Microsoft Discovery allows researchers to extend the platform by integrating their own models, datasets, and tools alongside Microsoft's offerings and partner solutions. The early results from initial testing have been promising. Microsoft reported that Discovery successfully identified a new coolant prototype for data centers in just 200 hours, an endeavor that would typically take years. This achievement underscores the platform's potential to expedite material science breakthroughs, as the coolant was synthesized and validated in under 4 months. Notably, Discovery has already contributed to the development of alternatives to environmentally harmful forever chemicals used in various industrial applications. Major players in the pharmaceutical and biotechnology sectors are expressing keen interest in utilizing this new platform. British pharmaceutical giant GSK plc plans to leverage Microsoft Discovery for parallel prediction and testing in drug development, while Estée Lauder Incorporated aims to integrate it into their innovation pipeline for personalized skincare products. Furthermore, Microsoft is set to enhance Discovery through partnerships with NVIDIA's Alchemy and Bionium ONAM microservices, facilitating advanced candidate identification and AI model development for drug discovery. This collaboration will harness the capabilities of NVIDIA-accelerated Azure AI infrastructure, promising faster and more scalable scientific outcomes across multiple industries. The introduction of Microsoft Discovery arrives amid a growing consensus within the tech community about the transformative potential of AI in scientific research. While some skepticism remains regarding AI's reliability in guiding the scientific process, major players like Microsoft are positioning themselves at the forefront of this evolution. With the integration of powerful AI tools, the landscape of scientific exploration appears poised for rapid advancement, potentially reshaping the future of research and development. As Microsoft Discovery begins its journey in the scientific community, experts anticipate that it could pave the way for significant breakthroughs across various fields. The ongoing collaboration between AI technology and scientific inquiry suggests a future where innovation is not only accelerated but also made more accessible to researchers around the globe. As the world watches closely, the success of Microsoft Discovery could redefine the role of AI in science, setting a new standard for research methodologies and experimental practices in the years to come. In a decisive move aimed at accelerating Japan's nuclear fusion research, the government has announced a substantial funding initiative to the tune of 10 billion yen, approximately $75 million, directed at 3 prominent nuclear fusion institutes. This strategic investment reflects Japan's commitment to advancing fusion technology, which holds the potential to revolutionize energy generation and significantly reduce global reliance on fossil fuels. The allocated funds will primarily enhance the capabilities of the National Institutes for Quantum Science and Technology (QST), the National Institute for Fusion Science, and the University of Osaka's Institute of Laser Engineering. The government envisions that this funding will facilitate the development of critical experimental equipment, such as devices designed to test the durability of reactors and advanced laser systems for heating nuclear fuels. The goal is to expedite the timeline for bringing fusion power to the grid, potentially transforming the energy landscape by the 2030s, a significant advancement from the previously anticipated timeline of 2050. Nuclear fusion, the process that powers the sun, involves fusing atomic nuclei to release massive amounts of energy. The energy output is staggering. Estimates suggest that just 1 gram of nuclear fuel can produce energy equivalent to burning 8 tons of oil. Unlike nuclear fission, which is currently the basis of nuclear power and carries risks of catastrophic failure, fusion offers a safer alternative with no carbon emissions, positioning it as a crucial player in the fight against climate change. Japan is pursuing 3 major types of fusion reactors: the tokamak, the stellarator, and laser reactors. Despite the promising nature of these technologies, the research at these institutes has largely remained in the experimental phase. As such, it has not yet reached a stage where fusion technologies can be deployed commercially, underscoring the importance of this new funding initiative. The impetus behind this funding also reflects an evolving landscape where private companies are increasingly stepping into the fusion research arena. Startups at home and abroad are striving to commercialize fusion technology, leading to a surge in private investment in research and development. In the United States, companies that have attracted significant funding are racing ahead in the quest for practical fusion solutions, creating a competitive environment that Japan aims to be part of. By opening up the upgraded facilities to private enterprises, the Japanese government is fostering a collaborative environment that seeks to leverage the strengths of the private sector in fusion research. This approach is expected to allow companies to conduct experiments that require large-scale equipment and facilities, which would be prohibitively expensive for them to develop independently. The government's strategy reflects a broader national policy revision regarding nuclear energy that aims to integrate fusion by the end of this decade. For practical fusion to become a reality, fuels such as deuterium and tritium must be heated to temperatures exceeding 100 million degrees Celsius to achieve the necessary conditions for fusion. The energy produced during this process is converted into heat, which can then be utilized to generate electricity. The decision to inject substantial funding into nuclear fusion research not only indicates Japan's dedication to becoming a leader in the field but also highlights the global race to harness fusion power. With increasing international competition, the outcomes of these investments could have far-reaching implications for future energy strategies worldwide. As Japan embarks on this ambitious journey to integrate fusion power into its energy mix, the next decade will be crucial. The collaboration between government, academia, and the private sector could pave the way for groundbreaking advancements in nuclear fusion technology, potentially leading to a new era of clean, safe, and virtually limitless energy.